interesting. Thank you very much, Boris. A few years ago, actually, someone came to me and said, Frank, what is the crypto valley? And I said, well, that's something going on in Zug, and they're starting an ecosystem and so on and so there. And I was just sharing this with you because I'm impressed, to see what's going on here in the last 2 days. I was really saying, how impressive it is to see all what you do here, what has been done in the last few years. And I think it's all because of you, because of the audience and the visitors. Thank you very much for, making the Crypto Valley such a very important ecosystem. I think that was, for me, just important to let you know. The thing is really, really great. Thank you. So I would like to talk to you about powering DeFi service providers with Ledger. My name is Frank Harzheim. I'm the head of EMEA Sales and Ledger Enterprise. Come to that later on, a little bit later. Actually, I started only in June in Ledger, and it was a very, very interesting move, joining a great team. Before, I was head of a Swiss data center, where we provided already very, very early services to early crypto adapters. So we were the home of Xapo, for example, a company that can disclose other very, very early crypto providers and crypto asset players in the market. And then already we saw that it's very important to be a member of the Crypto Valley. Looking at DeFi, actually, at the moment, I can only say everyone talks about it. And Boris said, before talking about DeFi, let's talk about CeFi, but actually everyone talks about DeFi. Everyone says, we have to be in there, and we see there is a certain movement, of course. We have a growth rate of 900% since last year, and we have 100 billion, by the way, today, being locked in DeFi until today. But how does DeFi look like at the moment? Just like that. Something that I personally don't understand. It's too complex. I think you are really the experts here, but DeFi at the moment is really still very, very early. It's for experts, it's for crypto natives, and I personally don't understand it, but I think it's important that we don't need to understand this necessarily. Our job is to make it simple. And that is the point. Our job is to have the solution, to have users and clients using DeFi, not noticing that they are using DeFi. That's, for example, what happens now. Tomorrow we would like to have, our investments bringing a nice revenue for us, nice profitability, and we do not even need to know that there is DeFi behind. Like, for example, CoinHouse, a French crypto exchange, a customer of Ledger, just a few days ago announced a new product, a new service, where they guarantee 5% return for 3 months on an annual base. And they do it with smart contracts. They do it with stablecoin, sorry. They do it with stablecoin. And I do not need to know how does it work. For me, it's just important that the service is done, the profitability is there, and that's what I need. It must be simple and easy. In any case, there are risks, and that is important to know. There's the volatility of the market, and that is something that we will see in the next years still. That will be the case for us in the next years. But there's as well the part of security and operational risks. And a security is like, for example, how are the assets secured and stored? How are the keys managed? How is the access to the system? How are transactions done, et cetera, et cetera? And what is very, very important is there any avoidance of blind signing? Do I see what I sign? Do I know what I sign? That is a key point that we as users should be aware of that risk. Then there are other risks like operational risks. Of course, we know that many people are involved in approving transactions, in launching transactions and so on. And I do want to have my processes, that I have my rules, my governance rules and so on. I want them to be implemented. I want them to run automatically, and I want to rely on this. That is another risk that is clearly there. What Ledger does is, Ledger Enterprise Solutions, we cover those risks. We cannot help you on the volatility of the market, of course, but we are there to make sure that the infrastructure is secure, the assets are secure, there is no blind signing, there is what you see is what you sign. That's a very, very clear point, which is one of the value propositions that we have as part of the solution, and the framework of our governments. So the governance framework is one of the key points, that we provide a tool set, a framework that allows any organization to implement their rules, their approval chain, their hierarchy or whatever, based on, for example, which address you would like to do the transaction, what is the value, etc. Do you want a whitelist? You can very, very easily configure this, and that is mitigating this operational risk, and it's very, very easy to use this. So what you see is what you sign. Get transparency on any transaction you want to do, and have a framework for the governance. Talking a little about Ledger Enterprise, you know all Ledger, I think, but Ledger Enterprise is a very new company. We are in the market as Ledger Enterprise since just the beginning of the year, very new in the enterprise business. Ledger comes from a retail business where you all, I think, know the Ledger Nano and the hardware wallets, Ledger Live, that we are very, very known for. So Ledger Enterprise is what we provide, where you know us for. We provide high security, fully manageable by the owner of the asset to enterprises. We have now, although we started just recently, 100 people working for Ledger Enterprise, fully dedicated. 70% of those 100 people work on R&D, building the best product that we want to bring to the market. We have, until now, more than 50 international customers, financial institutions. There is Comaino, there is Crypto.com, there is Bankfrick in Liechtenstein, many others. We work in 7 locations. We are in Singapore as well. I think we're neighbors there, I don't know. So APAC, we are in the Americas on the west and east coast, and of course we are in Europe, headquarters in Paris, and now opening an office in UK, and very proud to open now an office as well officially with many people, or with more people than just one, in Switzerland. That's where we are now, and it's really, really exciting. So that's what we are, 7 locations globally. And what is very interesting, if you see, 15% of all crypto asset of the value is stored and secured by Ledger. I think it's impressive to see this. So 15% of overall global assets stored or secured by Ledger. So why is Ledger Vault, how we call the enterprise solution, the perfect solution? It is an end-to-end solution which is based on, or which consists of, hardware, software, and our Bolus operation system that is the same operation system that runs on the Ledger Nanos that you know. So it provides an end-to-end solution, and a very essential part of this is a personal security device that our customers have in hand with a trusted display that enables you to see what you sign. You always have full transparency of what you sign. So this is a very, very important part of it. Of course, we are SOC certified, and what is an interesting part as well, part of our offering is 150 million base policy and insurance with a Mark Arch. And this policy can be used by any client to be upgraded depending on their requirements. That's, for example, what Crypto.com said or did. They upgraded to 750 million based on our policy. Why is this so interesting? It's very interesting, it's very easy, because when you start to get a policy from an insurance company, it's a long, long process, as you can imagine. Using our base policy, which is there, and upgrading it, it's very easy. So you get very, very quick, with one of the leading insurance companies, a very significant insurance based on our requirements. We are further building the team. So what is important, and again, what Boris from Copper said before, where do the people come from? We have, in Ledger, we have people from the IT part, the IT business, technology, finance. So we have people from NASDAQ, Microsoft, Bitflyer, Bloomberg, Visa. So what is important for us to have all expertise in the company to make and to build the best product in the market, which is the solution for the problems that we saw before. We want our customers not to think and not to worry about security. That's our job. That's what we are for. So if you would like to know more, if you would like to share some ideas, we are very open, we are very interested in knowing what you think, what are your ideas, what are your requirements, and so on. We are here, our team is over there, we are at the booth, Amy is there, Cello, Richard, and Alex, and we would be happy to see you and to discuss with you any question you might have. Thank you very much.